Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. Quinton Morris. I am the executive director and founder, as well as the violin instructor for Key to Change. And today is our Motivation Monday. Gosh, we're talking about inspiration today, and boy, this past weekend was I ever inspired. We hosted our inaugural Solo String Festival for middle and high school students who live in South King County. And we had over 25 students who participated in this enormous extravaganza of a music festival. This music festival was special in so many ways because it allowed students from South King County who generally don't have access to performing in music competitions or in music festivals an opportunity to come and work with really fantastic adjudicators. We had two wonderful, wonderful adjudicators, Jeremy Woolstenhume, who's actually from Las Vegas, and Robert Thomas Murphy, who is a fantastic Suzuki teacher here in the Seattle area. Anyway, so students came, they performed for these adjudicators. They also had an opportunity to speak with a college recruiter, as well as have lunch and make friends for the day. So people came and played, and there were a lot of firsts. A lot of firsts for our students who participated, whether first being first time that they had ever gotten up and been adjudicated and worked with a professional outside of maybe their private lesson teacher. First meaning the first time they had ever performed a concerto in public, or maybe the first time they ever memorized a piece. In some cases, students actually memorized and performed the entire concerto with two fantastic pianists who were wonderful collaborators, Joe Williams and Lorenzo Marasano. And it was just really, really great. So when we're talking about inspiration, I'm curious what inspires you. For me, this inaugural Solo String Festival was a total inspiration to me, not only as a teacher, not only as an entrepreneur, but also as a person. Because we talked last week about courage and having the courage to get up and face your fears. I was inspired by all of these students who were able to get up there and play. I was even more inspired by the fact that I saw a community of people from all across South King County who joined together and laughed and cheered each other on and really were able to embrace the human experience through an artistic lens. I think so many times we think because we're artists, or I would say in any sort of competitive field, that there has to be this kind of wall and this divide, that we can't celebrate each other's achievements. And that's simply not true. We can celebrate each other. We can be competitive, but we can also celebrate each other and recognize the gifts and what we're able to contribute to each other so that we can all learn. I saw that this past weekend with students who were between the ages of 11 and almost 18 years old. They were able to share their experiences, they were able to share their fears, and they were able to share things that they learned, which I think inspired others. And so this week, I'm going to hopefully encourage you and inspire you to share how you have been inspired. Share a story with someone about who has touched you. What opportunities have you been given that were non-traditional, that were not accessible for you to be able to find your own inspiration? I think this Solo String Festival, in short, was also so inspiring to me because I saw students from all different backgrounds, from all different financial backgrounds, from all different races, ages, coming together to celebrate music. That's inspiring to me. And in our world of classical music, there's not much room, or there's at least a lack of diversity in being able to express and share each other's differences as well as our similarities. And I was so inspired seeing that this weekend, where people from, again, all different backgrounds were able to come together. And I think that if we can continue to create venues and spaces where all people, regardless of what they look like, regardless of how much money their families make, regardless of even what type of instrument they have, if we can come together and make the spaces inclusive, I think that we're going to see a much more vibrant, a much more healthy, and frankly, happier community in which we live in. So let that be your Motivation Mondays, and I hope you have a great week.